What's good, YouTube? Because of Coffee here. So, we are diving into Kasey Chambers and Paul Kelly together. I Still Pray 2000 Aria Awards. I was trying to decide, do I want to do a Paul one or a Kasey one? Because we have requests for both of them. And I was like, you know what? They did one together that was mentioned, so fuck it. We'll do both of them and then we'll dive into the other ones for both of them as well after this. So, for now, we have Kasey Chambers and Paul Kelly both together. If you guys are new here, subscribe for me. We talk about mental health, addiction, world issues, everything in between. Break down all the lyrics, the instrumentation, stage performance. This is a live one, so we're going to get some lighting, stage performance to break down, whole 9 yards on here. If you guys are new here and you're going through something in your life, mental health, addiction, or you're just struggling and you don't have anyone to talk to about it, if you're comfortable with it, please leave it in the comments or join us in the premieres in the live chat and ask for some advice. Everybody here has been through things in life and has a lot of advice to offer when it comes to pulling yourself out of bad situations and standing back on your feet afterwards. We all have experience with that. I'm a recovering alcoholic, just past a year, heading to 13 months now. So we all have the proper experience to be able to give you some advice on setting yourself up on the right path if you are struggling with something that you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to about. Do not hesitate to ask for some advice from us. We have plenty to offer. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm very excited to see these two legends do a song together. It's awesome that they did, and at an awards show, that's even fucking cooler. So we're gonna get into this. I'm Vakasa Kavi, a reaction video a day or three. Keep the doctor away. Fuck those apples. This is Kasey Chambers with Paul Kelly. I Still Pray at the Aria Awards.
I still cry for baby Jesus.
Man.
And I still pray when I'm alone.
Man. I love her voice. Her voice is so good, dude. Live, her voice is, I think her voice is better live than how a studio mic captures it, to be honest. It has more resonation to it. It has more room to fill, right? Than a studio allows. A studio is compressed in order to be put on a digital, right? So it's more of a laid back sound when you record into a studio mic. You can make it sound big with effects and stuff like that, but Kasey ain't the type to be using all kinds of effects on her voice. You know that. So when it comes to live, she actually gets a real microphone and a lot of room to bounce her voice around, and it sounds so much better. That's my favorite thing, first off.
And when I'm lost, he'll come to find me, because he died to save my soul.
That is, wow. Kasey, man, deep. She's just telling her faith at this point with this song, and I think it's beautiful. I like when people are open about what they believe in and will actually write songs like this about it. It's a very wholesome thing, and like I've said on here before, I have my own personal beliefs when it comes to a bond with God and a bond with Jesus, because I don't believe in organized religion. I think it's too divisive, but I don't believe that it's good to deny faith also, right? That's the best way to put it. I don't think that you should deny faith or the historical stories that happened in the Bible and everything like that. I don't think that those things should be denied. It's been altered and everything like that. So you're not really getting the full context of what the story actually is, right? Because they kind of gave us what they wanted to use to implement everything into the control and make the system. So if we look into it and find the parts that have been taken out and then put all of it back together again, that way it makes a lot more sense and is much more logical with everything that's supposed to be in there put in there. That's how I see it. And I do have my own personal relationship with God and Jesus. As I say, I keep it to myself usually because I don't have a need to preach it to anybody. I think you should believe in what makes you comfortable and happy in your life. But her, she says, I still cry for baby Jesus. I still pray when I'm alone. When I'm lost, he'll come to find me because he died to save my soul. That is bars right there. I like that. I like that a whole lot. This is wholesome. What a song, man. Really. Just from the get go, Kasey hitting us with the deep faith bars, man, for real. I wasn't sure, right? I wasn't sure exactly what Kasey necessarily believed when it came to that stuff, but she has laid it out with this song. She certainly just told us, right?
When I can't walk, he's there to carry. When I speak, he hears my words. When I wake and I have nothing, he sends me gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Wow. I love it. I love the dynamic. He has the like bassy laid back voice, but it's also got a sort of middle highness to it with the way he pushes it. He has a very unique voice in that sense, right? He can kind of hit two tones at the same time and sing with a speaking kind of manner behind it, right? It's almost like the way Paul Kelly sings, it's like he's talking to you and he really wants you to listen. That's the best way to describe it. I think that's the best way to describe Paul Kelly's style of singing, is like he really wants you to listen. He's almost talking to you in a singing fashion. It says, when I can't walk, he's there to carry. When I speak, he hears my words. When I wake, and I have nothing, he sends me gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Wow. Beautiful lyrics right here. Very, right? It applies very much to the actual scenarios of the Bible to tie in these lyrics and make it accurate like that. Very good approach here. I like the wholesomeness of not being alone, having someone there to help carry you through your hard times, having something you believe in that carries you through your hard times. It's always important, no matter what it is, as long as you're not pushing it to be divisive and stuff like that, or to shove it down people's throats. Believe it, right? It's always beneficial to have those beliefs inside of your life that uplift you and can add a source of carrying you through the darker and harder times of life. I like this. This is an awesome vibe here.
I still cry for baby Jesus.
Listen to this.
I still pray when I'm alone.
Man, all of their voices together sound amazing. I like how this is just like a campfire kind of song, and even the crowd has started to carry it naturally here. I like it. I fuck with performances like this, right? Performances like this are always a down home, nice feeling to them, and it's awesome that we got two legends together like this, and now we've got four voices all singing together to form a quartet, right? It's very nice here. I like it.
And when I'm lost, he'll come to find me, because he died to save my soul. That's my dad on the doorbell.
Hey, that's wholesome as fuck right there. I like that. Says that's my dad. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah, Kasey.
That's my dad on the doorbell. When I cry my tears of sorrow,
such a reassuring vibe to this song, right? It's so reassuring. That's my favorite thing about this is that kind of vibe. When I cry my tears of sorrow and my heart will only ache, and if I'm troubled when I'm sleeping, he will hold me until I wake. Yes, indeed. Indeed. It's always good, like I said, to pray and put that positivity out into the environment, send it to source or whatever you believe in. I know, like I said, we all believe in different things, and that's perfectly okay, but it's always important to pray and send that energy out and manifest and just really settle in to what you believe in and come to terms in a peaceful manner where you can be reflective and be receptive to the natural knowledge that is provided, right? Because that's a real thing, man. Whatever source we come from definitely does try to communicate with us. And when we ignore it, I think our life tends to not always go the best direction for us in a lot of instances. You have to be one with source, in my opinion, and really allow the essence of that to come into you so that you can receive those inner messages, that inner knowing that you have that I think most people are born with and sometimes just may not get activated in certain people, or they're engulfed in darkness by things around them in their life, and that's what turns them that way in a lot of situations. There's a lot of different factors that go into that, but we're trying to spread light over here. That's the thing about it. We want to spread positivity and push love and light into the world because we are at a place where things are cold and dark and feels hollow and lacks empathy in a lot of areas of the world. And I think that having faith in something can really bring you closer to yourself as well and allow you to get to know yourself better. That's how I feel about what this song is about. Like I said, you guys know I have my personal beliefs and I've already told them to you. Everyone's entitled to their own, but have faith, man. Always have faith. It's important.
I still cry for baby Jesus, and I still pray when I'm alone, and when I'm lost, he'll come to find me, because he died to save my soul.
Beautiful, man.
Because he
It's a beautiful song, man. Sorry for pausing so much. I'm sure you guys have figured out why. And this is a tough one. It's a tough one. This is a beautiful performance, though. This is a beautiful performance. I love the quartet of voices they have going on. They all sound beautiful together. All different tones coming and mixing together perfectly. Paul has his little like talking, singing voice that he likes to do that's like two different tones at the same time as well. Kasey has her lovely clean voice with that rasp buried into it and the heavy emotion. And the other two just complementing on the outside a little further away from the microphone, adding those complementary tones to like that are like dialed back a bit more like it's like an essence almost how they all come together. It's a very, very awesome way to approach this. Very proper. Like I said, it's like a campfire get together, like exactly what people would do if they were gathering or congregating for the purpose of discussing religious things or having a religious talk or a youth group or anything like that, those sorts of things. They took that setting of the music that would happen there and put it on that stage, and that's cool as hell, man. I like it.
He died to save my soul, because he died
Yes.
to save my soul.
Beautiful, man. That was an awesome performance. I really enjoyed that a whole lot. Man, oh man. I really hope that this goes well and you guys get to see this whole thing. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Man, even with all the issues that we have from time to time, you guys know how it is some nights. It gets wild some nights. But I really hope that this works out for you guys because this was fucking awesome. I enjoyed this a whole lot. The topic of it, very important topic, like I said. It is important to have faith in something, at least, regardless of what it is. As long as it's not something evil, right? Can't have faith in something that's evil. That's not going to bring any good to you or anyone else around you. That's just going to cause misery and pain inside of everything. So you can't have faith in something that is evil. You have to find a positive thing inside of the world that you can have faith in and become close to that and have a personal relationship with it. The personal relationship, I believe, is more important than even a congregated relationship because the issue with congregations is that a lot of people formulate their own different opinions and start to argue amongst each other with it. And it gets away from what the whole thing is meant to be in the first place because your opinion doesn't matter in the first place. It is what it is and always has been. And that's what's supposed to be followed. But when people start putting their own 2 cents in, changing it based on opinions, having different styles over here and different styles over there, now they want to start fighting each other over the same thing. But it's all in the Word. It's all right there. There's nothing to argue about, you know what I mean? And like I said, the Word's been so bent and everything that even that's inaccurate, and you have to do some digging to find everything that's missing to truly understand it all and come to terms with it for yourself. So we have to keep all of that in mind when it comes to religion and everything. But I love that this is about having faith in God and having faith in Jesus and how it's helped them in their life. And it's a proof that faith absolutely does work and does improve people's lives. Look at the success that Kasey and Paul have both had. And they have made it very clear how they feel, but just by doing this song. You know what I mean? Just by doing this song, they've made it clear how they feel and what they stand in. And look at them. Very successful people, very wholesome people that have provided a lot of inspiration and motivation to the world. And their faith has a lot to do with them being able to do that. So bear that in mind whenever you think about these kinds of things. I know it can be hard to find faith inside of a world that seems so messed up all the time, but the truth of the matter is that once you find it, it stays with you no matter what chaos is happening around you, right? That's the comfort of it. It never leaves, right? It doesn't leave once you have it. It could be mayhem. Everything around you could be on fire and you'd just be like, let's get through it, right? That's the thing about faith. Like, it provides that comfort where you can be bold and brave and walk through things and just believe that it's going to be all right and you're going to survive. Even if, obviously, at some point in life, you're not going to survive something that happens to everyone. But the object is to have that happen as most naturally as possible, as late as possible. So that's where faith applies, and we have bold, brave moments that are difficult to survive sometimes, and you punch through them and make it out on the other side, and now your faith is even more strong and more prominent. That's the beautiful thing about it. I hope you guys could get something out of that, right? My faith was something I struggled with when I was drinking, and once I quit drinking, it just kept growing and growing and growing, and now we're here, right? And now we're here. That's where it led me, is right here with you guys. So thank you so much for believing in this channel. Thank you for building the community with me, guiding each other, guiding me. We all help each other out. That's what it's all about on here. Getting on here every day and just helping each other out, enjoying some time together and discussing important things in life, topics of the world, providing advice for mental health and everything. Like I said, if you're going through anything and you're comfortable with doing it, please leave what you're going through in the comments and reach out for some advice. There's lots of people who have great advice and a lot of life experience on here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. The original video will be in the description. As always, subscribe to Kasey and Paul. Support both of them. That's what we do this for, is getting this art out into the world, discussing the topics inside of it. This one was a really wholesome and nice one to do. And I appreciate you guys requesting all of these songs. We still have so much to do. I have Andrew has some that he just sent me. Spell has another one that we got to do that Spell just sent me. We got more for Way. Yeah, there's a lot of you. I got a list going for you guys. So don't you worry. Those are coming up in the next week. Everybody's will be getting done. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to get out of here. I'm Vakasa Kabi. A reaction video a day or 3. Keep the doctor away. Fuck those apples. Leave a like for me, comment those suggestions, subscribe up this way, bang the notification bell for me. I'll see you guys in the next ones. I love you so much. Have a beautiful one. Thank you for everything. Peace.